identity upon his return home from war. This describes the backstory of not one, but two notable TV characters. One animated character, first introduced in 1989, and one live-action character, first introduced in 2007. I need you to name either one of these TV characters for your 10. If you can get both of them, I will give you 2 extra points.
The years were 89 and 2007?
Yep. Animated 89, live-action 2007.
We're locked in.
We're also locked in. We were just about to say.
Kylie was locked in before I
So who
comprehended.
talks?
We talk. Go for it, Kylie.
So the first one is from The Simpsons. It is Seymour Skinner, whose real name was Armin Tamzarian, and he took the identity of Seymour Skinner and came home, and oddly enough, his mom decided to just accept him. And then the other one is from Mad Men, and that would be Don Draper, whose real name I can't remember, but he definitely pulled an Armin Tamzarian.
I think Don Draper's real name was Dick Whitman.
There you go.
Yeah, because I came to the same one. I never watched a ton of Mad Men, but I would my husband did, so once in a while I'd sit in with him, and he must have explained that backstory to me like a half dozen times as I popped in and out of episodes.
Yep.
So
she got Don Draper, and I got Armin Tamzarian's or Seymour Skinner. So it was a group effort.
And I got impressed by all three of you.
You guys absolutely destroyed what I thought was the hardest question of the game. So good job. That is absolutely correct. Seymour Skinner, Armin Tamzarian, and Don Draper as Dick Whitman both have the same backstory and are prominent TV characters. You both get 12 points on that one.
Holy moly. Going into the gauntlet. After the 6th round, the scores are 169 for Kylie and Jonathan to 142 for Sarah and Carmela. So
I have a different score.
Oh, what do you have?
I have 171 to 144. Maybe I added a 2 somewhere. The last one was worth 12 points. Did you get that?
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
bonuses.
missed that part.
Okay.
So I was 12 and 12.
Yeah, because it was 10 for each and 12 for both.
So now I have 171 to 144.
Yep.
Then your category for the gauntlet is tabletop or board games.
Oh,
or
no.
tabletop and board games.
Kylie, are you a gamer?
Kind of. Not into
boy.
Dungeons and Dragons kind of tabletop. Not like role playing. I like board games, and we play a lot of board games. But
Like
if
modern,
yeah,
like Settlers of Catan type board games or Monopoly kind of board games?
like classic board games.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Me and you.
I've played Ticket to Ride once.
We're at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Our wager's locked in.
Okay. Our wager is locked in.
Okay. All right. Starting the gauntlet, tabletop and board games. Your first question of the gauntlet is like this. What Tongan word, meaning forbidden, is the title of a 2003 Broadway musical with music and lyrics by Boy George?
We're locked in.
All right. Jonathan and Kylie.
We are locked in.
Question 2. What 8-letter verb is defined as to grope or rummage around with one's fingers, to find, collect, or hold on to something?
We're locked in.
We are locked in.
Okay.
verbiage. Yeah.
Question 3. What 1996 film from the producers of Jurassic Park and the director of Speed is known for being the first big-budget film to be released on the new DVD technology?
We're locked in, Bill.
All right. Carmel and Sarah.
All right, we are locked in.
All right. I believe all answers have been locked in for the gauntlet. So let's go ahead and review the answers. Question 1, what Tongan word meaning forbidden is the title of a 2003 Broadway musical with music and lyrics by Boy George? Let's start with Jonathan and Kylie.
This was all Kylie.
So this one is definitely Taboo. It is a Broadway musical that was music and lyrics by Boy George. Rosie O'Donnell actually produced it, and I've never seen it, but I have watched a documentary that's really fantastic about that season of new Broadway shows. And Taboo is one of my favorite old school games, so we went with Taboo.
Carmela and Sarah?
Basically the same reasons we also went with Taboo.
Yep. I may not know board games, but I know musicals.
All right. Question 2. What 8-letter verb is defined as to grope or rummage around with one's fingers to find, collect, or hold on to something? We'll start with Carmela and Sarah this time.
I don't know. We Monopoly, but that's not a verb. We had nothing. And then something about rummage to me. I was like, I feel like my parents bought me a game that sounded kind of like rummage when I was little, and I never played it. And then for some reason, cribbage popped into my head, and I'm going to retroactively give some reasoning and say maybe like to crib an answer is often to steal or borrow. So let's say I had that logic all along that we went with cribbage.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's what we went with.
So I want Kylie to tell you how she came up with the answer, but I do want to say, listening to you guys work through the answers, I had this it was this horrible thing of, okay, this is a well-known board game, and if they just stumble across it, they're going to get it, and they just have to name the right one, and they'll be like, oh, that's it for sure. And I was just super happy that I never heard you name it. So Kylie, how did you named it quickly. How did you get it that fast?
I am a crossword head for one thing. So when it comes to, yep, it is Scrabble. I got it from actually Sarah on the video here. She did this motion, this sort of little twinkly motion, spirit fingers. And I thought, when do you do that? And I thought, when you're looking in your junk drawer and you're scrabbling around.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Scrabble.
I'm too expressive, damn it.
Question 3. What 1996 film from the producers of Jurassic Park and the director of Speed is known for being the first big-budget film to be released on the new DVD technology? And we'll start with Jonathan and Kylie on this one.
This is the first one that I got quickly, or got it all. And it was just, if you'd have just asked what was the first DVD, my answer would have been the same. We said Twister.
Carmel and Sarah?
Yeah, the same thing. It's one of those trivia facts. What was the first DVD? And it also happens to be the name of a game. It's Twister.
All right. Here are your answers on the gauntlet. We're going to start with question 1. What Tongan word meaning forbidden is the title of a 2003 Broadway musical with music and lyrics by Boy George? That musical and Tongan word are taboo. Good job to both of you.
Yay.
Well, you're going to jump to question 3. What 1996 film from the producers of Jurassic Park and the director of Speed is known for being the first big-budget film to be released on the new DVD technology? It is a trivia chestnut, if you will. The first DVD is Twister. Twister is correct. And then we'll go to question 2, which Carmela and Sarah ran through as many games as they could think of with 8 letters to try and come up with the 8-letter verb meaning to grope or rummage around with your fingers to find, collect, or hold on to something. Kylie was exactly right. It is Scrabble.
Yep.
That was awesome. It doesn't come down to wagers this time because...
it doesn't matter how wrong you did your math.
Exactly. And I did my math wrong, guys. Carmela and Sarah, what did you guys wager?
I didn't think that this was the way that the gauntlet was going to go. I felt fairly confident about board games. So I said I wanted to either do the medium bet, which would have been like 55, or bet everything. And I didn't think that you would expect us to bet everything. So we bet everything. And we bet the whole 144.
If you had bet 55, you would have been at 199. And our bet would have fallen short by 4 points. Mm-hmm. So my math, even with the bad math advantage of an extra 10 points, didn't help. But we wagered 25, and so with a final score of 196 to 0, Kylie and Jonathan are your winners today.
Woo!
And I'm telling you right now, Kylie was the captain of this team. Oh, Kylie, you were so good.
Thank you. I'm just glad it turned out to be those kind of board games, because if it was Settlers of Catan, I would have been screwed.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of hoping for.
Yeah, I was really worried about that too. If I'd have known it was classic board games, we would have bet a lockout. No doubt about it. So that was lucky for us that y'all missed one.
Sure. I like to make sure that you would have heard of all the answers. So if I was asking about like Hoax or Cryptid or Sagrada or something, I don't think it would have played as well.
I would have gotten Sagrada.
Yeah, but with those, you could say in the game Sagrada, blah 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 blah, and have it relate to something else that people know, and that's how. Mm-hmm. That could have very easily been that.
Sure. Well, I went this route.
And
Yeah,
I'm
you did.
appreciative.
You did, and they won. So,
Carmel, I apologize for that.
no, you have no reason to apologize.
It was fabulous.
It was a really, really good game, Bill.
Yes.
Remind everybody about the website. Where do they go? And when do they need to sign up by if they want to participate in the September championship series?
If you go to bptrivia.com, you can sign up for a free account and play anything on the website right now for free that is available. The 100, the blitzes, it's all free right now through the end of August. We introduced BP Plus in September, and you'll have to sign up for that subscription to play the blitzes and the CS for the month of September. But your first month is free. So register for BP Plus, check out every quiz you can in September, play the BPCS. I hope you like the questions. I hope you like the site, and hopefully you'll stick around and be a BP Trivia member for life.
I can tell you I enjoy, especially the championship series. I get a nice, it's right there in that zone of challenging, and when you get it right, you feel good in a way like I figured that out, and not in a way of, oh, thank God I didn't miss every question today. You know what I mean? It's a little bit. It's for folks like me who like it a little bit easier sometimes. But you heard the questions today, and I think that this is a representative sample. This is a good example of the type of questions that you'll find. So I think that's a great point for you guys to check out.
Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. And on the championship series, I do tend to touch a little deeper on some of the academic categories as well to make sure that everybody who likes that kind of stuff gets it too. I try and do a whole bunch of stuff, but I am a self-proclaimed pop culture guy. I like the trash trivia. So if you're into pop culture like I am, hopefully you'll enjoy my questions. And there are, for lack of a better word, a load of questions every month for you to play.
There you go.
So it gives you something to do every day while you're sitting at home, hopefully being safe during this time in our lives. So I appreciate you guys for listening, and hopefully you can check out bptrivia.com.
Outstanding. And before we go, I want to give Sarah and Kylie a chance to do shout-outs or promote a cause they care about. Sarah, we will start with you.
Okay, I should probably say hi and actually acknowledge my husband and kid. But really, I always use my shout-out time to encourage people to go and donate or look for adopted pets from local rescue organizations. My two wonderful jerk.also/jerk sometimes dogs we got from a local rescue out here in San Bernardino called Cause for San Bernardino Paws. But look for all your local rescues. This is a great time when we're stuck at home to get a fuzzy new friend, and older pets are wonderful, grumpy little seniors who need love too.
Oh, absolutely. And Kylie, you're up.
I just want to say thanks for having me on. This was really fun. And I want to shout out my husband, Tim, who is my trivia teammate. And as a trivia writer, he gets to play test everything I write. So he has infinite patience with my nonsense sometimes. And I really appreciate him for doing that. So yeah, this was great. Thanks.
Outstanding. And be sure you follow Brainwave Trivia on Twitter and Instagram too, right?
Yes. And Facebook.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap us up. So for Bill, for Kylie, for Sarah, and for Carmela, my name is Jonathan, and this has been another episode of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Goodbye, everybody.
Woo!
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped TrivialWarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit ProPodcastingServices.com.
If somebody alive when Shakespeare was putting out plays got a trivia question about a Shakespeare play, it would have been a pop culture trash question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, The Fast and the Furious is the next Shakespeare. You heard it here first. In 500 years, The Rock is going to be right up there with Macbeth.
Man, I hope so.
Maybe.
Yeah, he'll live in eternity in our hearts.
While he was talking about, you should write a game for Friday, I finally understood the license plate. Because I thought you meant IT, and I'm like, who from Friday is mad at their IT department?
Hey, man.
That's 4 games, right?
Yeah. So I was like, I don't understand.